Abuse is a very serious issue, and the problem does not seem to be improving at all. Imagine that you're at home feeding your newborn baby. Your husband decided to go out for drinks after work to try and cool off. When he gets home, he's irritable and angry. You try talking to him to calm him down, but it just makes him more mad. He ends up kicking you in the back while you're holding your newborn baby, causing serious injuries. This is an example of Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson. This happened in 1998. Tommy was arrested in February and was charged with spousal abuse, child abuse, and unlawful possession of a firearm. All of these charges were dropped except for spousal abuse. Another example of abuse is the case of Thurman versus Torrington. Tracy Thurman repeatedly requested police assistance because she feared her estranged husband. Even after her estranged husband had threatened to kill her and her son, the police merely told her to get a restraining order. Eventually, the husband attacked her, stabbing her several times, paralyzing her from the neck down and causing physical disfigurement. Tracy's case is rare, but it does happen. Murray Strauss and Richard Jellis had studied 6,002 households. They found that 1 out of every 6 couples experience at least one physical assault a year. Men who use guns, knives, or fists inflict more pain and injury. 60% of spousal assaults consist of minor shoving, slapping, and pushing, while the other 40% are considered of severe abuse. Punching, kicking, stabbing, and choking are all examples of severe abuse. Violence is linked to parenthood at a young age. Women who are parents by the age of 21 are 2 times more likely to be victims of abuse, and men who father children by the age of 21 are 3 times more likely to be abusers, rather than men who are not fathers. The National Crime Victimization Survey found that half of all incidents of domestic assaults are not recorded. The most common reason given for failure to report a domestic incident to the police is that the victim feels that it's a private matter. Victims who report such incidents to the police do so to prevent further assaults. Though the police classified 2/3 of the reported incidents of domestic violence as simple assaults, half of them inflicted bodily injuries as severe or more severe than injuries inflicted during rapes, robberies, and aggravated assaults. Before spouse abuse can be understood, we need to find out about the abuser. Several different types of research studies have been done to try and better understand abusers. One study demonstrates that children who are raised by aggressive parents tend to grow up to be aggressive adults. Stress, frustration, and severe psychopathology take a toll on family relationships, which is further that previous study. Body chemistry is also a study researchers have studied. An example of this is that men have the tendency to secrete adrenaline when they feel sexually threatened, causing them to be more abusive. Men with severe drug and alcohol problems are more likely to abuse and to inflict more injury on their wives or girlfriends when drunk or high. It has always been a question of whether or not the sentence time or punishment has an effect on if the batterer will abuse again. A study revealed that neither short custody or long-term arrests for domestic violence are effective in curbing domestic violence, especially in the long run. Some signs of domestic violence to watch out for are your partner has violent behavior or threats, you feel you can't do anything, your partner is controlling and belittling, and you feel afraid. Spouse abuse is also closely related to child abuse. Half to 3/4 of men who batter women are also found to beat their children. The majority of abused sons over the age of 14 suffer their injuries trying to protect their mothers. In 2002, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services stated that there were about 2.6 million reports of suspected child abuse. Child Protective Services investigations found that 896,000 children to be victims of abuse or neglect. A high proportion of abusers suffered from alcoholism, drug abuse, mental retardation, poor attachment, low self-esteem, or sadistic psychosis. Abusive partners most likely do not know how to discipline or provide proper basic needs for them. The risk of abuse is twice as great for children living with single parents rather than living with both. Abuse is difficult when children are involved because it is believed that the parent-child attachment remains crucial to the child's development. Only in extreme cases would they separate the children from their parents, placing them in shelters or in foster homes. Advances have been made in identifying the best treatment for abuse problems, but a great deal more needs to be known before it can be reduced. Then maybe we can help this problem.